Well, it's another video by the Great White Stoat coming from the Great West Coast, where the sun is shining, the daffodils are blooming, avocados are ripe, the good vibes hang in the air, man. This is a video response to the great arbiter of fact, the grand poobah of truth, Southern Paladin, and his recent video regarding pronouns. And when you get down to it, this whole pronoun hoopla is evidence of a decadent society dying on the vine like the empire is. Because when you get down to it, this is all a mental health crisis afflicting larger and larger amounts of people and forcing even larger amounts of people to go along with the play pretend. You know, we've got body dysmorphia and we got gender dysphoria. Remember Michael Jackson and how he was just like cutting up his face left and right, didn't even resemble the kid that he was, probably suffering from racial dysmorphia as well, which is why he was bleaching his skin. But you know who else suffers from body dysmorphia? Anorexic people. And when you see anorexic girls, and heck, even anorexic boys, you never play along with them saying, you know what, you just keep starving yourself because your ass is fat and your belly is sticking out past your belt. You need to hold back on those calories. No, deep down you pity them, and you may even say, hey, you need to get some mental health stuff going on. You need to go see a therapist maybe. You definitely need to eat. Likewise, you got the morbidly obese people who are engaging in relationships where they've got a feeder. That could be just a normal sized person, man or woman, in a relationship with someone who's morbidly obese and then feeding them. No one ever sees some morbidly obese person who can't walk and needs the hover round to get in the grocery store that's panic buying tater chips, Keebler Elf cookies, and 24 packs of Pepsi. No one's ever saying, you know what, you keep it up. That's a good look on you. It's healthy. No, all those people are suffering from mental health issues, physical ailments, and it's only going to get worse for them. But then we step over to the gender dysphoria side and we're like, you know what? Oh, we'll play along with this. That way we don't hurt your feelings. Because, you know, God forbid someone gets their feelings hurt. No, everyone else is supposed to play along with the illusion. What does dysphoria mean? Unhappiness. So a guy or a girl can be like, you know what? I'm very unhappy and I feel like I'm a girl or I'm a boy, right? And everyone's supposed to play along. Not only that, you've got people who are going hard in the paint on this subject, and they're saying, you know what? Children don't even know what their gender is, and I'm pretty sure little Timmy might be a girl, so I'm going to go cut his dick off. And little Tina says she's a boy and really unhappy, so we need to cut her tits off, remove her female sexual organs, and then craft a penis out of some thigh muscle, right? Got to do a hysterectomy on old Tina there because she feels like she's a boy, right? They're going to public school where they're left with veritable strangers for 8 hours a day so the parents can work. And the teachers there, loose use of the word teacher, are not all of them, but a number of them who are pushing this type of stuff are childless homosexuals who are bragging about how they're getting these kids to think about their gender. Now, like, this all hasn't been done, you know, prior to them getting into public school, but now it's like really happening. On top of that, right? These teachers are like, oh, dude, this is like a safe space for you. So if you want to like transition, we won't tell your parents. And oh, hey, check it out. The girl that got raped by the boy who wanted to wear a skirt and like, you know, masquerade as a girl, right? We're gonna like totally like cover that up. And when the parent comes in, right, to one of these like school board meetings and like confronts the school board and gets angry, we're gonna arrest him, right? And then when that boy goes into another bathroom wearing a skirt masquerading as a girl and rapes another girl, we'll cover that up too, because we're so like, you know, virtuous and whatnot. This is where we are. You can go ahead, Southern Paladin, and play along, but all you're doing is perpetuating this mental health crisis that is afflicting more and more of the population. You know, it wasn't too long ago where the topic was toxic masculinity, right? Remember that? Toxic masculinity? Oh, dude, you can't be mansplaining. Chicks can do anything the dudes can, except, you know, we've got to, you know, handicap the guys. We got to make sure the chicks can, like, you know, do the push-ups on their knees. And dude, chicks can be Army Rangers and Navy SEALs. They just don't have to carry as much as like the biological males. So like chicks can do anything a dude can. And when you get down to this, what you're seeing is a war on women. You don't see trans men going in the octagon to fight other men. You don't see trans men going to fence other men or going up against other men in other athletic competitions or whatnot. But you do see trans women coming into the female arena and doing the worst impersonation of a female possible, and then acting like they're upset, they're offended when called out for it. So when you see somebody, especially a man, dressed up like a woman and demanding that you call them ma'am, you're playing along. And what this is nothing but narcissistic abuse that's being perpetuated by the system, who is held hostage by the you-knows-whos with their Mossad, honeypot, baby sacrifice, coke lines on a golden toilet in some restroom on an island somewhere. And then there's some type of sexual blackmail going on. Camille LaPaglia talks about this and how you see this at the end of the empire. You can look to the Roman Empire. When the Roman Empire was strong, what was going on? It was depicted in the art. Men were strong and had muscles, and the women were skinny and lithe. But as the empire started to fail and was in the throes of defeat, what did the art depict? Big old fat women and skinny little twink men. And so I'm not going to participate in the whole pronoun deal. And I think that Americans are going to go along to get along and watch this country go down in flames, because while the West is being expected to kowtow to this behavior and to look down on the power of the masculine energy and the sacred of the feminine energy, The barbarians are surrounding us that very much believe in the power of machismo, and they aren't down with all of this weirdo stuff. So that's what I gotta say. I hope you guys are doing well. Spring is here. Stay strong and be well. Hugs and kisses.